Are you tired of a third party or some other person interfering with your manifestation? Well, it's time to get rid of them and stick them in the trash for good. If you want to know how to do that, then stay tuned. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another rousing episode of Spilling the Tea Tuesday. My name is Flossie, and I am the funniest, wittiest mindset coach here on YouTube. If you would like one-on-one coaching with me, links will be in the description box below, as well as links to my boot camp, which is just about to start. So if you're struggling with getting your manifestations, understanding the law of assumption, keeping a clean mental diet, having a routine and sticking to it, need someone to hold you accountable, then this shit is for you. If you are ready to work on you, get clear on what you want, create a routine, have a clean mental diet, know what tools to use when you're dealing with a 3D, then you need to sign the fuck up, because I'm having a boot camp this month, not having it next month, but I'm having one this month where we are gonna get real. It's gonna be fast-paced, hard-moving. You're gonna be accountable to me and your peers to get your fucking shit. So if you're interested in that and you're willing to put in the work and get ready to buckle up, then sign up. Otherwise, this probably is not for you. But anyway, I'll also have links to coaching, courses, Nikki's manifestation evaluation, her website, to where she's got her mindset shifting sessions, manifestation evaluation, all that good stuff, and our VIP group where it is legit, and our own mini Vegas, because whatever happens there stays there. And we talk about hella stuff, educating you about manifestation, law of assumption. So without further ado, this brings me to my calendar. So it says, get the hell out of your own way. Yeah, get the hell out of your own way. You want to keep affirming and persistent to get your fucking shit, because a lot of times we're just standing in our own damn way. Now, I'm not going to read Tuesdays because that just has to do with leap year, and we don't care about that. But before we get started, we're going to take some deep fucking breaths, because we're going to be all about getting our shit. Big breath in, and now go. So the topic of the day is to get rid of a third party and or any other person who is interfering with what? Your fucking manifestations. So what can you do about that to have that person be in the fucking trash where they belong and not fucking around with your 3D? Well, number one is affirming. You know I'm going to mention that at some point in about every video, because the repetition of thought, when I say affirming, it's repetition of thought. So whether you affirm, you visualize, you script, you rampage, telephone technique, inner conversations, I don't give a fuck what type of manifestation type you have, what type of affirming you choose to do that feels most comfortable and natural to you. But that repetition of thought, if you are affirming that you and your specific person have the best relationship of your lives, that your relationship is fucking perfect, there can't be a third party. It's like, what do I always say? It's like having a can of bitch begone spray, and you are spraying her, him, whoever, like a wasp. Spray him like a wasp with your affirming. You're affirming for your relationship. Whatever's got to move is got to move. And that is just like, that is why circumstances do not matter. But if you're affirming and persisting and you are still struggling, then there's other things that you can do. There are other things you can do. So first of all, stop holding on to that old story like grandma's old knit sweater. Yeah, you're going to write a fuck you letter. Yeah, I know some people are like, you always say a fuck you letter. Why do I say them? Because they fucking work. When I write fuck you letters in my 3D reality and then followed up with a command letter, it's like I zap that person with a fucking lightning bolt straight in their ass and they start doing what the fuck I want. So of course I'm going to tell you to do that. Why? Because it fucking works. But you can write one not just to your SP, but to the third party. So if you have a third party and you write an FU letter to your specific person, so you say whatever it is that you want to say to their face, how you're feeling or felt, how you feel about manifesting this bullshit you're experiencing, and then destroy it, and follow it up with a command letter for them. You know, my previous video that talks about the command letter, to command it with confidence and using words of conviction. You can do that to your specific person. SP, you're madly in love with me, period. You literally worship the ground I walk on because I said so. You are constantly blowing up my phone morning, noon, and night, telling me that you love me no matter what. You get the idea? Yeah, now you've written it to your SP. Check out the other video where I talk about that. But here we're going to focus on the third party. So the third party can get an FU letter too, because FU letter is not just for a specific person only. An FU letter is for any person, any situation, any concept, even yourself, that you want to express your feelings to get rid of any resistance that you have holding on to the old story, etc., so that you feel better in the affirming process. Do you have to do it? No, you don't have to do anything. But if you're affirming and persisting and you feel like you don't have your shit and you're constantly getting triggered, why not use some tools in your toolkit that can be helpful? No, you don't have to feel it real. No, you don't have to heal your inner child, but it can be helpful to get rid of some of the emotion that you're carrying around because you're manifesting a person that you probably have already had a relationship with or had some sort of past with or have had some unpleasant experiences with in the 3D that you may have some feeling some kind of way towards. So here you got a third party. You're probably not happy about them. Now, regardless of how you choose to deal with a third party, whether it's revision, creating a story, etc., you can still write them an FU letter. Why? Get rid of that emotion that you have towards that third party. What would you say to the third party's face? I don't care if you don't even know that person, just the concept of the third party existing. What would you say to their face? How you feel about it? How you feel about manifesting them into your 3D reality and then destroy it. And then you can follow it up with a command letter. My clients do that, do this. What I'm about to tell you, and they love it. They still follow the rules of the command letter that I put in the other video. Not that there's rules, it's just suggestions, I guess you could say, but to command it, to say it with confidence and authority, and to use words of conviction. So they're like, 3P, you have moved the fuck on. You literally don't even remember SP's name because I fucking said so. You legit have lost his number. The truth is you're happy in your new life with your new person, and you don't give a fuck about what's going on up over here, period. We are not even a second thought to you because you have literally legit moved the fuck on, bitch. You hear me? You have moved on. You moved on ages ago. We are no longer even in your memory recollection. We don't ever hear from you. The fact is, we hardly even remember your name because it's been a bazillion gazillion years since we've even heard about you. Facts. However it is that you want to word it. But basically, you are telling this person that they have moved the fuck on, that they are enjoying their new life, and that SP is not even a memory to them. They have lost SP's number. They don't blow up SP's phone. They don't contact SP. They don't think about SP. They don't even recall that SP even existed. So you write that command letter to them. You can write the command letter to anybody. If there's an interfering in-law, friend, brother, family member, you can write them an FU letter and then command how they're going to show up in your 3D reality. So-and-so, you approve of SP and Mai's relationship. You are absolutely overjoyed that we're together. It's a fact that you couldn't be happier for us. You literally say nothing but good things about me. You literally say nothing but good things about SP and I being together because I say so. You literally act like I'm the best thing that has ever happened to SP. Facts. Whatever that it is, you can take the command letter in those elements and use it for what? For whatever the fuck you want. Now, aside from the FU letter and the command letter, which I think you should do no matter what else you decide to do to handle a third party, you can revise that there's ever been a third party. You can revise it if that's something that you feel like you can do. If it was like something that it didn't appear to be serious, like you saw a picture and you're thinking there's a third party, like, no, you never saw that picture. Or you can assign a meaning that works for you. You can be like, you know what? That was a friend. That is a coworker's girlfriend. That person isn't even interested in a person of my SP's gender. Create a story that works for you. You don't have to buy the 3D as fact. Why? Because it's malleable and changeable by you. So you can either do revision to where you create a scene to where you never had that experience. You never heard that there was a third party, whatever that it was. If SP says, well, I'm dating someone new, revise that shit. Change the conversation in your mind to where SP said, you know what? I love you. I want to be with you forever. Whatever seems most viable to you, you revise that situation in your mind. You create a scene to where the SP is saying something that you want more to hear. Like that they're madly in love with you, that they couldn't imagine their life without you. They're so happy that you guys are together. Things like that. Loop that scene. If you want to use affirmations, you can say, SP and I had the most amazing conversation. He told me that he or she told me that he's madly in love with me and our relationship is fucking perfect. And then you loop that. Whatever you choose, visualization, affirmations, you do it for several minutes, 2 to 4 times a day for at least 3 days, but until either you feel great about what you're affirming or that's your first thought about the situation is a revision. You can assign a story that works for you. SP said something stupid like there's a third party. Oh, he was trying to get a reaction from me, but it didn't work. We've got past that. Our relationship's stronger than ever. Oh, it was a joke. Yeah. And nothing ever came for that. The stories that you assign depend on you and what you find believable, depending on what your experience was. If you're like, you know what? I don't think that I can revise that there ever was a third party. And I don't think that I can create a story that this person like was a joke or, was someone else's girlfriend or whatever. I think that I'm only going to be able to see them as a third party. Even though you can revise anything, some people feel like it's too much. They have too much resistance towards it. Then fine. You can be like, SP and I were apart for like 2 seconds. And he went on a date with this person, couldn't stand this person, realized how much he liked me. And then whenever you think about the third party, it's like, oh my God, she was a billion years ago. Like that was ages ago. SP looked at her for 3.5 seconds and decided he couldn't stand her. And our relationship is now stronger than ever. It was one of the best things that ever happened to us. Our relationship is fucking perfect. And then like move on from there. You don't have to necessarily let like this third party thwart you. You use situations and assign meanings that work for you. Just having a third party doesn't mean that there was years and years and years and years of a relationship. And even if there was, and you're like, you know what, I can't get beyond that, fine. Then create that story that works for you. You and your SP had some time apart, but that person made SP realize how much they cared about you. And when you think of the third party, that was ages ago. They split up ages ago. It was like so yesterday, like that was like 5 years ago. Now SP and I, all right, we're having our relationship and it's literally stronger than ever, period. And keep on persisting in that. If you're affirming and persisting for your relationship, third party's got to go. Sometimes though, if it's in your face, it helps to make a story that works for you. It helps to do revision just so that you can continue to live in the 3D while you're manifesting what you want. So assign those meanings that work for you. Do revision. No, that bitch is old news. Old news. Put that news in the fucking trash where it belongs. What? By affirming. By affirming. And write her the FU letter and command letter. Now, you don't have to write her an FU letter all the time. If you're feeling particularly triggered, you can. But command letters are hella fun. Telling that bitch that she has moved the fuck on and lost SP's number and doesn't hear a single peep from her. Facts. Feels kind of amazing. Those are some tips and tricks that you can do in order to get that third party or any other interfering person out of your 3D reality. You can always take any of these things that I told you and manipulate them a little bit to match your specific situation, because and what I'm telling you can go pretty much work for anything. You just use your mind for a minute, think of a story that works for you, think of a revision that works for you, and just put in some of the work of writing that FU letter, writing the command letter, and like, no, that thought comes up. Nope, that's old news. Like that didn't even ever happen, whatever it is that you're doing. So I'm hoping that this video is helpful to you. My thought is that it was. My clients have been successful with getting their manifestations, getting rid of third parties. And these are some of the things that we talk about. So remember, just affirm and persist and get your shit. GYS, get your shit. Until next time, I'll see you later.